boarding passes. Crooked halo over lashes. Group chat blowing, I'm just scrolling past it. Got my headphones.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to our last and final Euphoria reaction. Y'all, I've been avoiding this since Sunday. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I hate I said it, and I hate it came true. You guys, spoiler alert if you have not watched the episode. RIP to my girl Rue. I seen it coming. I hate I saw it coming. I hate I saw it coming. I really hate I saw it coming. And the reason why I said that, you guys, episode 6, like I had mentioned in my other prior two videos, episode 6 was the ending, and it was the Moses reference. And I'm just like I said, being raised up in a churchy household, I automatically knew, like when I was like literally sitting down, I was watching, and I was like, that's a Moses reference. And then I later on thought about it, and I was like, okay, so that was Moses in the burning bush. Cool. And then I thought about it, like, I want to say the next day, because my brain kept trying to put two and two together. And I'm like, Moses is the one that didn't make it. And I was like, it's going to hurt my feelings so fucking bad. It's going to hurt my feelings so bad when Rue dies. I know it's coming. I said, because that's not the reference. That is not the reference to me. That's not the reference to me. If Rue was not going to, if Rue wasn't gonna die, that wasn't a reference to make. But yeah, my girl gone, y'all. She's gone. I was talking to a friend, and I was like, I'm upset that they did take her out, unfortunately. Because when I say I want to see my girl, like, I want to see her vibe. I want to see her living her best life after all of that, after she didn't got Alamo and Lori into the DEA. Y'all, we got to talk about Lori. We That's a whole other subject, because it wasn't even 10 minutes in. And if you know, you know. I was like, I'm looking at Lori, and I'm like, I know you're not. You're not. All sis kept saying is, I can't go to prison. And then she did that, and I was like, it's not. I'm literally sitting there watching, and I literally have my best friend on the phone. And I was like, bro, what? And I'm like, I'm sitting here. I'm like, I'm in utter shock. Like, I'm just like, what's going on? What? And then she does what she does, and I'm just like, well, okay. Well, I didn't expect that. Didn't expect that. But no, I honestly, like I said, I am sad that they did decide on Rue's passing. But like I told a friend of mine, I'm like, I'm just glad it wasn't by her own doing. I can honestly say that I am glad it wasn't by her own doing. I am so glad that it was not because she got strung out again and she had a relapse. I'm so glad that it's not, because that would have hurt my feelings. Her ending like that and then having a relapse, that would have hurt my feelings really bad. Um, and I think when Ali found her, I think he knew it wasn't by her own doing. He knew it wasn't by her own doing, because she had been a-okay. Granted, she did some with Angel, and also RIP to Angel, because we did find out Angel got trafficked. Um, that was, I need Sam to come to the front, bro. Why you do that? Why you bring another baddie into the show, and then she just like that? Why? But then again, I can understand why. Rue wasn't gonna be there. And it would have been another character there by herself. That would have, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it would have hurt her because Angel and Rue had grew attached to each other in some way, form, or fashion. They did. And I think, yeah, she had already lost her best friend Tish. I don't think it would have ended well for her either. If we're being honest, if he hadn't have taken her out, I don't think it would have been. Like, I honestly don't think it would have been shits and giggles for her. But yeah, I'm not, like I told my friend, I was like, I'm not hurt by her passing. Like I said, I saw it coming. And then I don't know if it was just me. I'm gonna see if I can find the clip. Like in the episode, I think it's episode 7. Let me see. You know what? I don't know if I can pull it up on Google because I already got my thing. That. Let's see. Because, okay, so there was a part in episode 7, correct? Where I do not want to leave it on Nate's full face. Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't want to watch Nate's death scene again. Not what I want to see. There was a part in episode 7 before, well, when they were talking about Ali's story and all the people who he had helped. Now, mind you, there's a part in there, I want to say, where they walked past him. It looked like he was at a hotel or an apartment complex. And they walked past him with a black body bag. And if y'all paid attention, it looks like the same outfit that he had on when he found her. So I don't know if that was let me see if I can find it. Because if I can find it, that would be perfect. And I don't know if I'm going to find it. Because I really want to know. And I really don't want to pull it up on okay. I don't know if I can. If Google is right, y'all, hold on. I'm about to just share. Oh, I can share a different screen. Cool. This is gonna hurt my feelings. So, from what this is saying, and I don't know if y'all can read that or not. Hold on. In in season 3, episode 7, Rain or Shine, the scene where Ali discovers Rue's body on his couch is devastating. The paramedics wheel a black body bag with Rue out of Ali's apartment. Oh my God! So they told us in episode. Oh God! They told us in episode 7. Oh. Oh. So baby girl been dead since episode 7. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Rue's been gone since 7. I wanna cry. I thought this scene looked familiar. Because in episode 8, they don't show where he calls the cops to come pick her up. They don't show the body leaving. They don't show none of that because they showed it in 7. I want to cry. My girl's been dead since episode 7 and nobody picked up on it. And that's why I thought about it when I saw his outfit that he had on in episode 8. I was like, that looks like the outfit that he had on. And I kept looking, I was like, the black body bag that they rolled past, that's the only one that was covered. Now, mind you, when he was talking about the people that he had helped, You saw the first guy's face, you didn't see the second person's face, and you didn't see the last person's face. And it looked like the person was at an apartment complex. And I'm like, what the hell? I thought maybe that's somebody, another person he helped. And then episode 8 comes out and he has the same exact outfit on. That was rude. Yeah, my feelings are hurt. Baby girl been gone since episode 7. That was already set in stone. Yeah. But you know what? I'm not mad because she didn't pass in vain. And I will forever say that. She did not pass in vain. Ali got it. I'm going to put it like that. Ali got it. I ain't going to hold you. When I say I was so happy, granted, I want to say RIP to G, but G knew. G knew what he had did to her. G knew what Alamo did to her. And Bishop knew as well. And Bishop did not like what he did to her. And I really feel like him and Maddie were going to set up to take Alamo out. I really feel like if Ali hadn't did it, they would have tried it. And the reason why I say that is because final episode, Ali goes to Homeboy went to the Silver Slipper. Ali went to the Silver Slipper. And he had planned on taking out Alamo. Alamo was going to try to take him out before vice versa happened. And Bishop took all the bullets out, the gun. He took all of Alamo's bullets out. And Ali did what he had to do in the name of Rue. I don't condone any type of but that one, y'all, I've never been more happy with a revenge in my entire life. And I'm not gonna hold y'all. Alamo deserved that. And part of me liked G to a certain extent because he was funny. He was always joking. But when he got serious, he got serious. And when he became serious, but G got what he deserved. Alamo definitely got what he deserved because he had no right. He had absolutely no right at all under the sun. At all under the sun. And a lot of people are saying, oh, it's Maddie's fault that Rue passed and baby look. Let me it wasn't Maddie's fault. Because I feel like even though Maddie did mention the DEA to him, I feel like he was gonna take her out anyway. And we're gonna be honest. Because he already didn't trust her. After the whole thing with Mag and talking to him and telling him, oh, Rue's a snitch and all of this here, he didn't trust her then. He trusted her enough to go to Lori's house, get what he needed her to get, and come back. And he was going to take her out anyway. If we're going to be real. So I don't feel like it was Maddie's fault. Because of it, again, he was going to do what he was going to do anyway. Whether Maddie had said anything or not. He was going to do what he wanted to do anyway. But like I said, I've never seen a more happy revenge. I don't even know. I really don't want to say the word. I've never seen a more happy moment in my entire life. That one scene, and I can't even show the scene. That one scene made my freaking episode. Because when you really think about it, actually sitting down thinking about it, episode 8 was, I would have said before it's time, but that's not gonna make sense. Episode 8 was the storytelling of what happened to Rue between 7 and 8. It was what happened directly after that. Because Rue was already gone in episode 8. Because if you notice, Rue didn't do her narration. There was no narration. And I think, I want to say halfway through 7, I want to say she stopped narrating. I want to say halfway through episode 7, she stopped narrating. I hate that I said it. I really do. I hate that Rue passed. I do. Like I said, I'm glad it wasn't because she relapsed. I'm glad it had nothing to do with that. She went out by somebody else's hand and not her own. That's the best thing I can say concerning it. Because we all hate that Rue passed. We all hate that Rue passed. But sometimes in that life, you don't make it out of the things that you're into. Unfortunately, Rue was one of the ones that did not make it. But again, if it wasn't for Alamo, I feel like she would have made it. If it wasn't for Alamo, I feel like Rue would have made it. And it sucks as well because the entire time you sitting there, you're watching her, and she's going down memory lane and she's driving home. She's driving to her mom's house. You see her watch Fez break out of jail, and she was like, "Oh, that's on some parkour," and she's about to go get him. And I'm just like, I'm watching. I'm like, "Oh, he broke out." Da 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 da. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, "Now how are they gonna what?" But then went further into it, and I'm watching her, and she passes under the police line when she goes to Fez's house. So they have that whole area blocked off because they feel like Fez is coming, quote unquote, coming to his house. She's in a state of OD. Um, that entire time, baby girl was. That sucks. That really sucks. But yeah, her going to Fez's house and then her running down the road. She leaves the van that she was driving, and mind you, she done drove past herself as a younger girl, herself, her mom, and her sister in the car. She done drove past all of that. She done drove past Jules when she was riding on the bike when they first met. She done drove past Jules' old house. She done drove past, if I'm not mistaken, that was Cassie and Lexi's house. And then she made it to her house. She went in through the back window of her room, where her room used to be at. And then she went to the front and she saw her mom. And in her last state, I was watching and I was like, I kept looking. I'm like, does Rue have asthma? Because I can hear like the breathing. I hear her breathing. I'm just like, does she have asthma? And I wasn't putting two and two together. And I'm just like, she never touches her mom's hand until a certain point. She finally gets a chance to hug her mom. And then that's when it cuts to Ali waking up. And then him going into his living room actually finding Rue. Y'all, when I say I sat there, I cried. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I cried a little bit. Because I'm like, I hate what I said came true. I hate what I said came true. I really do. Because I'm like, Rue was a baby. She was she had so much life to live. And Alamo was just like, no. But I remember she kept saying she felt like she made a deal with the devil. And she did, and it cost her. Unfortunately, it cost her her life. And part of me feels like either way, Rue wasn't gonna make it out of there because whether she had got caught at Lori's house or whether Alamo had took her out, there would have been no out for her. Because at Lori's house, they would have took her out anyway because they already didn't trust her. And then, y'all, let's talk about for a side piece second. Wayne and Faye making it out, evading the cops, and making it out. I don't know how to feel about that. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I don't know how to feel about them making it out. I hope, they don't do no crime because if they do, they're gonna get caught. And then the only two people that ended up, no, three of Lori's people ended up going to jail. The guy that worked for Alamo with the guy with the glasses, he ended up going to jail. I don't know if he found out what happened to Ruth or what. That's still up in the air. But I do know Bishop supposedly. Okay, this is going to be a supposed thing. I don't know if he knew. Well, I think he knew because G knew. Like I said, G knew. G said when Ali asked him what happened to Rue, he said that she overdosed. He asked how, and he said Finn, and then he asked another question, and because he lied, that's how G ended up passing away. And the most, I don't want to say funniest, because that was the funniest interaction. Good Lord. I ain't never heard nobody say, if you don't do this, I'm going to do this. And I'm trying to keep it PG. I'm trying to keep it so PG. I've never heard somebody say that. And then they actually went through it. So, and that's how we ended up passing. And I'm just like, it don't hurt to tell the truth. To save your soul, because somebody threatening that is crazy. It's crazy. And then he didn't look like he was afraid to do it, and he was going to do it. So I don't know why you just didn't come out and tell the truth. By the way, yeah. Because I want to show parts of episode 8, and I don't want you to have my ass about it. I don't want YouTube to have my ass about it. But yeah, they're not going to, I can't find it. So let me go on back. Let me go on, take it back. I'm going to show, I don't want to show nothing. I can't even, I want to show this one so bad, and I can't. I cannot. I really want to know, honestly, y'all, what was Leslie's reaction? I really want to know how she reacted. I'm not going to show Lori's passing. No, I'm not. Because I will get in trouble for. Fez lived, Angus died. Zendaya lived, Rue died. That's crazy. I feel like that was the most sweetest thing that they could have ever done. And mentally, I want to say, Rue and Fez are chilling out in heaven. I really want to put it like that. That is a crazy move. That's a crazy thing. That's crazy. That's crazy. But y'all, that whole episode 8 had me reeling. I do want to say, because my boyfriend was talking to me about it, and he asked, "Well, how was everybody's ending?" I said, to be honest, Rue passed. I did explain to him that's what happened with Rue. Because he's not into the show like I was. I got heavily into the show. I literally, like I said before, I binge watched it within a 2 week span. I binge watched 2 seasons within a 2 week span. So, and then when season 3 came out, I was like gung ho and ready to watch it. But I told him, I said, Rue passed, but wasn't in vain, because Ali took care of who took care of her. And he went on to live on the homestead with the people who took care of her, took care of his daughters. I'm so happy he took on the father role for her. And I feel like was the only person that actually believed in Rue. Honestly, I feel like he was aside from being the closest thing to a father to her, I feel like he gave her that support that she needed for a father figure. Um, but yeah, Ali is alive. He's living on the homestead with the people who took care of her. Granted, the girl that's there who made friends with Ruth, she is devastated. You can tell she's devastated. And I hope she's okay. I hope, you know, if they, I don't know, because I heard people saying, oh, they were going to come back. They're not coming back. They've already said they're not coming back for the next season. It'd be pointless. It's pointless. But character-wise, I hope she all right. That's going to take a while for her to get over, because her and Rue had became close. What else? Everybody else kind of got effed up endings in a way. Lexi still works at the production company. Cassie is now living in the house that her and Nate were supposed to have, but she's living there. She's not, I want to say by herself. She's not by herself. Maddie stays with her. But relationship wise, Cassie is by herself. So I do feel bad. Nobody knows about Nate's passing, and that's the way they left it. Because how they left it is Nate is missing. That is exactly how they left it. They left it as Nate is missing. Nobody knows where he is. The only people that know what actually happened to Nate is Cassie and Maddie. That's it. Well, Cassie, Maddie, and Alamo, and then the Armenian guy. But I don't think he matters. Um, Alamo don't matter either. But yeah, main cast wise, Cassie and Maddie do not happen to Nate, and they're the only two that know. But as far as anybody else knows, Nate is still missing. They haven't found him. I don't know. We're not gonna get an update on it because everybody else knows Nate is gone. So it's just his family. I feel bad for his family that they're not gonna know his son. Their son is gone, but because then they're gonna have questions about da da da. You call the cops. It's gonna be too much. So Cassie is by herself at the house. She does cry when nobody's looking, from what I heard. And I mean, it's not a lie because she misses Nate, of course. And then Maddie, we gonna be honest, Maddie the only one that got a nice ending. Granted, it was effed up at the beginning. She did get a nice ending. When Ali came in to take out Alamo, she was with Alamo. And I'm starting to feel like, yes, she did end up with Alamo for the debt money. Or he was trying to get her to, and she wouldn't allow it. So I haven't really copped an understanding for that. I don't know if they did or I don't know if they didn't. I could just be missing it, and it just could be going poop over my head. But it seemed like he was trying to get her to before Ali came in, and it didn't work out because Ali came in. So I do really feel like Bishop had feelings for her. I think they are going to make the cutest couple because I mean, look at Betty and look at him. Let's be real. Let's be very honest and very real. Maddie has been looking for somebody who will stick up for her the entire time. And Bishop did that. He saved her. He saved her from Alamo. That's how she looked at it. Bishop saved her from Alamo when he took the ammo out of the pew pew. He saved her because Ali then took him out. That's why she gave a little smirk when he passed away, because she didn't have any debt to pay him and she could go on and live her life. Granted, still being over Cassie, but she could go on and live her life. So Maddie is the only one I feel like who got a decent ending. Out of everybody, of all the BS that Maddie has been through, I honestly feel like between her and Rue, I feel like her and Rue deserved a really honestly good ending. Unfortunately, Rue didn't have that good ending. She did, spirit wise, go to the homestead and she thanked Ali presently, when he was doing the prayer, and she said amen, and she was at peace there. That was her peace. So I have to look at it as she's not hurting anymore. She doesn't have to look over her shoulder anymore. Granted, her family is hurting because she's no longer there, but I feel like she can be at peace, where she's at. And the whole Jules thing, y'all should have known Jules wasn't going. Jules has been absent this entire season. Aside from aside from Jules having her present moments when it came to her sugar baby moment, Jules was like absent this season, and a lot of people did not like that. I'm just like, it wasn't about Jules. It really wasn't. Her and Rue ended up not having, I guess, what they wanted or expected to have after time passed. And then plus she left her alone because her sugar daddy got upset. So, and that whole thing is unfortunate as hell. So, but like I said, I'm glad Maddie got a good ending out of all the BS she had been through, including the BS with Nate. And I'm glad she found happiness and moved on. I'm glad Lexi found, I want to say, a little bit of peace, but she's in a guilt struck mode to where she feels like she could have left it a little bit better with Rue. And I'm just like, you think after she died, you think? So I think she's just having a guilt struck moment, and she's gonna feel that way for a while. Cass, I don't know what to say more about Cass. Um, a lot of people were saying that it was very selfish of her to delete her page when she could have helped Nate, but I'm like, Nate's death was set in stone, baby. If we gonna be honest, and I really feel like concerning Nate, I feel like producer wise, they wanted us to feel bad for Nate because Nate was a complete douche in the first 2 seasons, like I said, and they showed a vulnerable side of him, and they wanted us to feel bad for him. But meanwhile, he didn't put his hands on Maddie. He has beat up people. He has tortured other people, but they wanted to show a more grown up, vulnerable side of him, I guess. And at first, I wanted to feel bad because he died, because I honestly feel like they should have gave him a chance to kind of fix himself. But like I said, his death wasn't really, it was shock factor. I knew it was coming. I just didn't expect it to happen like that. I was expecting, he get the money back to the people, or Cassie get the money back to the people, and he goes on, he gets arrested for all the stuff that he did in high school. That's how I figured Nate was going to go out, and then he passed along to somebody in the prison. That's how I felt like he was going to go out. But they had other plans for Nate. So, but like I said, you guys, the season finale of Euphoria I was mellow. I was calm. I didn't go berserk. The only shock factor I had was Lori. That's about it. So, but all in all, it was a good season. It was a good show. It had a good run. I did like it, honestly. And for everybody who passed away while making said show, rest in peace to all of them. Um, Rest in peace to Rue, because like I said, she didn't have to go out like that, but it is what it is. The only person we ain't gonna say rest in peace to is Alamo. We don't count the Alamo because he didn't have to do bad like that. But outside of that, y'all, this is the last segment for not last segment. This is the last reaction for Euphoria. I did love and enjoy this segment and talking with you guys and giving my honest opinion. We are going to have to find another show to react to. And what I might start doing, because a friend of mine gave me the idea of going live with you guys while I watch said episode, just so y'all can get my reactions, and then do a video afterwards about how I felt during that moment. And I was like, that'll be a good idea, a little something to go on. So I am thinking about doing that. I'm trying to find another popular show that people are into, because like I told her, Euphoria was like the first actual show that I was into like that. Like I actually went on full reaction mode to to watching the episode. So I am gonna look into that and go from there. I'm gonna find some popular shows. If I can find a show that I can get into, we might do this again, and it's gonna be the different name of whatever show that I'm watching, and then y'all can get my raw reaction to it. But as for right now, you guys, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this journey for Euphoria, and I'm on Euphoria reactions. I do have all the old reactions 1 through 8, literally, because this video is gonna drop tonight at 8 o'clock. 1 through 8 is on my page under Euphoria reactions. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. But outside of that, you guys, I hope you guys have a awesome time, awesome day. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Let's see my playlist. That is not it. Where is it? This one. This is all the reaction videos that I have. I don't know if it's gonna play. Oh, nope, it's gonna play it. It's gonna play it. But it's all 1 through 8. Well, 7 for right now. 8's gonna drop later. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I want to thank you guys, like I said, for joining me on this journey. And I will catch you guys in the next one. The next video comes out on Wednesday. It will be a normal video. So, and then you girls gotta come up with something else. Outside of that, you guys, I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a blessed one, you guys. Bye.
Black lip gloss, boarding passes, crooked halo over lashes, group chat blowing, I'm just scrolling past it. Got my headphones loud, heart doing backflips. Mama said